I hope you keep your promise, Capcom. I hope you do, because it's really, this is just, this isn't even a story mode. This is just dialogue, and then, ugh.
Sean, it's time to start your Matsuda-style electric shock training.
Ah! You just quit it already?
Huh? Masters Online Karate.
Don't even bother. If you tried that with Matsuda Jiu-Jitsu, no one would come. Well, maybe. If you ever got really famous. Like if you went and beat lots of strong fighters like he did.
Not a bad plan. You really can be pretty sharp sometimes. Well, I'm going out.
What?
Let's see. Is there anyone strong around here?
Oh, damn it. I'm wasting away here.
You look pretty strong. Think you might be up for a match?
Huh? I'm way too hungry. I'm not gonna fight.
What if I treat you to a meal if you fight?
You really mean it?
Alright, we're playing now against Laura, one of the new characters in Street Fighter V. She's, I mentioned before, she's from Brazil, and she's kind of like Blanka, because she also does electric shocks as well. And the person that she was with in that dialogue was, of course, Sean, who was from the Street Fighter 3 series, or most notably, the most notable known one is Dirt Strike. So yeah.
Tasty. Thanks, lady. I haven't eaten in way too long.
Don't worry about it. I was pretty hungry too. By the way, do you know any strong fighters?
Huh? There's a girl that's pretty eccentric and scary. Even if she is the worst fight. Oh, her eyes light up instantly like it's bloody Christmas.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Tell me, what's her name?
Karin. Kanzuki.
Thanks so much. I'm gonna go find her.
What? Oi! Who's paying for this?
You are.
Ciao! And you are? I'm Lara Matsuda, successor of Matsuda Jiu-Jitsu. Are you Karin Kanzuki? Yes. I heard you're pretty strong. I hope that's true. I'm trying to promote Matsuda Jiu-Jitsu, so I'm fighting with only the best fighters. How about a match? Your proposal sounds interesting. I accept. That's great!
Now we're facing off against Karin. But it seems that maybe Birdie got fired from being one of Karin's servants. So I don't know what happened. He said he hasn't ate for all day, so that might be the case because he is wearing his normal clothes. And of course, he didn't knew who Karin was until she ran it. She knew her and stuff.
So many unexpected moves. It was quite interesting. I know. But you were extremely quick at figuring them out. Oh, by the way, if you happen to know anybody who's really strong, could you introduce me to them? Perhaps. She was right! I'm excited just by how strong he looks! Hey, I'm Lara Matsuda. I came here to fight with you.
To fight with me?
That's right. Anyway, the reason why doesn't really matter right now. I just know that fighting with you would be very awesome.
If you want.
I knew you'd be fun.
Ryu kind of surprised. They're like, fight with me. It's all like, I was expecting something else. the way you dress. But yeah, so now we're facing off against Ryu. So we get to know a little more about Laura, as she is the successor of Matsuna Jujitsu. In the store, if you guys know what Street Fighter Resurrection is, it's a little mini series developed by the same guys who made Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. And of course, Laura does make an appearance into it, saying how her grandfather was killed supposedly by Shadaloo.
When the fight got heated, it sounded like you were burning with weird energy.
Do you mean the Satsui no Hado?
Very stylish name. I definitely liked it. It made the whole thing more thrilling.
You like that?
Well, I need to get going. See ya, Ryu. Lately, I've fought with a number of different fighters, and I feel amazing. There are so many interesting people to fight in the world.
Ah, you are right, Capcom. By fighting with so many people, you not only get excitement, but you also develop well-balanced muscles. Just like mine!
Okay, let's begin.
Now we're facing off against Zangief. And of course there's a bear in the background. After I forget to point out a couple times, why is there a bear in the background of this stage? It's just, huh. And also, is Karin not cold wearing those type of clothes? I mean, it's Russia, and Russia's normally really cold a lot of times, and she is not that cold.
I feel so good.
Oh, I think you should have this. It is ticket for new wrestler talent scouting tournament.
Oh, that sounds really exciting. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna head there right now. Ciao.
Sure, do svidanya.
Lara, where on earth did you go?
Yep, forgot about Sean. But anyway, if you guys don't know what it says on the shirt, it says bonita, which means beautiful in Spanish, or of course she's from Brazil, so I'm guessing also in Portuguese and stuff. So yeah, but anyway, moving on next to our new character, Fang, the M. Bison fanboy.
I will survive using this poison.
They are the Nugu Hao, one of the largest cartels in Asia. It seems they allied with Shadaloo last month. The cartel is infamous for kidnapping children. They train them and use them as assassins who wield weaponized poison. Today, they've come in order to show their vassalage.
Vassalage? What ugly poisonous snakes.
Is that guy really supposed to be the new Fang of Nugu Hao? Looking at him makes my blood run cold.
Shh. Keep it down. Despite his look, I've heard his skills in the use of poison hands exceed every previous generation. His attack is definitely the most potent ever seen. Even if he only grazes you, he'll eventually melt to nothing.
The poison hand kills by using the natural poison produced within the user's body. As children, they develop immunity through controlled exposure. Those who couldn't withstand it would die off. They die and die and die and die. And only the one that survives can become the chosen assassin. Which is why I'm here.
Great Lord Bison, you have magnanimously allowed the Nugu Hao group to become part of Shadaloo. We are very appreciative of this generosity.
As proof of our loyalty, we've come to provide some entertainment.
You are all fools.
we're facing off against M. Bison. Of course, the second round to where, you know, M. Bison, he fought M. Bison in M. Bison's side of the story. And of course, you see that Sagat statue. I wonder whatever happened to Sagat, since in this stage they replace it with Fang, as he's the new member to the Four Kings of Shadowloo. But we pretty much got to learn more about Fang, of course, you know, where he got his where he mastered, you know, all this poison that he does. Pretty interesting moveset in Street Fighter, because there's really haven't been known for, like, you know, because I know in Mortal Kombat one of the characters will take your life slowly, and of course I guess Fang is kind of like the reptile of Street Fighter.
My nails struck into him long enough to fell any man. Won't be much longer before the poison works. Just need to survive until that happens.
Now join your fellow traders in death.
I won't bow down to you. You'll survive this. Remain on the side that kills, not is killed. I can't give in to you.
Round 2, fight. Well, now we're facing the round 2, actually. Pretty interesting. And any question, am I going to do the DLC story mode characters? I'm just going to do those. As I mentioned before, I'm only going to do that. I'm only going to do the characters that came out. I'm not going to do the DLC characters. I'm going to save the DLC characters for a bonus episode, probably right after I finish with the real story mode coming out June. Promised, Capcom. You promised. Better happen, Capcom. June. I'm looking forward to it.
Your poison doesn't work on me.
It can't be. I gave him so many deep scratches. Enough time has passed. My poison is unmatched in its ability to kill any living creature. No, it doesn't matter now. I won't be killed here. I will survive no matter what. Please forgive me. From now on, I'm eternally yours to command, Lord Bison.
I have no need for loyalty.
What?
In Shadowloo, only those who wield true strength shall survive. You came against my power, and your strength is the only reason you're alive. If you lost that strength, your death would be certain. Survival is that simple.
This man is... This power is...
If you want a life in Shadowloo, show me that you can be of use.
What power? To him, my poison was just like a single beast, and his power is beyond even the strongest poisons ever known. This man isn't just on the side of killing. He will rain death upon all living beings. I've lived knowing every day could be my last, but I realized there is ultimate power. It does exist. I must gain more power in order to be of use to that man. Eliminate all obstacles, prepare for battle, and help Lord Bison conquer this world!
You M. Bison fanboy. Anyway, next up is our final character in this story mode of the prologue. Nikali. Don't know much about this guy. Let's go ahead and see what's he about.
Once every few hundred years, stars herald the hour of battle, and Nikali walks this plane. Nikali wields an unearthly power in order to devour the souls of strong warriors. When the next hour of the battle comes, men and warriors nourish him to satiety. The first of these warriors agonizes to proceed on his path. Inside him, the red power burns
Okay, so we know that Nikali is this ancient warrior prophecy thing. Um, he's kind of like this animal, kind of like Blanka in a way, and he turns Super Saiyan. He's a pretty strong character. I've played with him pretty much a couple times, not online, of course, but just like with my cousin when he's over and stuff. Um, yeah, he's a pretty cool character and stuff. I like his critical art too, and stuff. Here he faced against Ryu.
When the man who agonizes lost, devote himself to the battle, the red power will be awakened. The next warrior is the one who serves the god of fire.
Dalsim. Now we face against Dalsim. So far what we know is he faces against these many gods. I think Dalsim, of course, the god of fire, and of course, whichever warrior he devours, he becomes more and more stronger. So yeah, this warrior prophet guy who's narrating stuff. What is this about? Who is this Nikali? We'll probably learn more from him in the true story mode of the game.
But even the god's fire will not be able to stop Nikali. All warriors will find themselves unable to avoid the fate of Nikali. Is the one who fills the world with destruction.
The warrior who fills the world with destruction. Of course, that's M. Bison. Yeah, this character is really cool. Like his moveset, it's pretty awesome. He's really, not that hard to use. He's actually pretty easy and stuff, and of course, he's pretty strong too.
The force of absolute destruction will clash against the force determined to consume everything. The winner will be. To witness Nikali is to know that you are a true and strong warrior. I will show you my power. The soul of warrior. All little failed me.
And then
Jaws of death. The souls of warriors must return to me.
alright everyone, we'll probably find out who this Nikali character is in the true story mode in June. Stay tuned everyone for episode 1 of Let's Play Street Fighter V Story Mode Blind. This has been Mr. Espinoza X saying good night, good morning, good day, whatever time you're watching the prologue. See you guys in episode 1. Bye. You promised, Capcom. You better do it. Keep your promise.